But is it really a benefit overall, or, you know, do we prefer this? What about these, right? Hello, and welcome to part 2 of the video. The part 2 that I totally always intended to make.
Sure, Jan.
And not that I'm making simply because I might have messed up a bit on the last video. Here's the thing though. I never actually intended to transform this guy in the last video. It was meant to be a really quick video just explaining that once I heard there was a Soundwave that turned into a cassette player in modern times, I had to run out and get him. And so I didn't really want to mess around with the transformation. I just wanted to show off, hey, this guy's pretty cool. But in retrospect, I understand the whole point of the video was I was happy that he turned into a cassette player just like the G1. And so I probably should have done that transformation. So now that video is a part 1 and this video is a part 2. And since we're doing that and wasting a bit of time with this, I want to also pose the question, are these guys getting a little too complex now compared to these? Or is that just fine? I would probably not take a super strong opinion on this. I kind of, you know, I am a Transformers fan. I'm happy they're still making them. And I understand they can make them more complex now. And so, you know, maybe why not, I suppose.
But your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Is it to our benefit or not? Do you care? Do you have an opinion? I know some people might have strong opinions.
Patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now they're selling.
Some people might not care at all. But just to start off with, who looks cooler? Like, do you prefer original Soundwave, you know, back when he could stand up straight? Or does this guy look cooler? Personally, for me, I think there's just something, perhaps it's partly nostalgia, but something really cool about the original Soundwave. He stands tall. He's got this big, broad chest that holds the cassette compartment. And, you know, and quite frankly, one of the cool things, too, is these cassettes, actually, they made them look like real tapes on one side. The modern ones, I have not seen any that actually do that. This looks like a real cassette in there. This really does not. I think in 1 or 2 of the cassettes, they have sort of circles in the middle that suggest it's an actual cassette tape, but it's not to this extent. So I like that. And yet this guy is way more complex. Anyway, that's just a question I pose, but we will now transform both of them and kind of see if it's what we still prefer after the fact. Like I say, I love this guy. I'm glad they made him. But let's look at the transformations and see. We'll set new guy to the back there. And of course, we all know Soundwave, a lot of these G1s, there was not a lot of complexity to it. Turn his head right, push it down, fist up, arms back, feet up, flip the leg, fold it up, click it in, same thing on the other side, and you're pretty much done. And then that's it. And I mean, how cool does this look? Got the volume knob on the side here. We still have the eject button. By the way, is it just me or is it kind of funny that Soundwave, as being a complex sentient robot from another planet who could transform into a cassette player and back and all that, still had to push this button to eject tapes? I just thought that was kind of funny that he had to manually reach up and push the button. Maybe it's just me.
Eject operation interference.
Anyway, I mean, we've got the clip on the back. You could literally, if you wanted to as a kid, stick that, just like a Sony Walkman, stick that right on your belt. That's just really cool. So anyway, simple, looks great, love them. So now let's compare that to this guy, who I do love, but bear with me. The general idea of transformation is the same, but there are definitely more steps. I've looked them over. This is technically the second time I'm actually going to transform him. So we're going to remove all his little pew-pews, just get them out of the way for now. And I might even have to pause and check the instructions again. But I don't think, as far as modern Transformers go, you know, this one isn't that complex, but still. First thing I think we're going to do is go ahead and turn his head down and pop it in there, close that up, right? We need to put his hands away. We'll do that. And let's see, I think first thing we'll do is then twist him around like that. So now I believe, well, these that needs to go up like that, right? Just like that one. And then I think this, wait, they snap off, right? Okay, so they snap off and they come back, but does this, see, I'm already having some trouble. I see here, that's got to click into there, right? So that little bit's going to click into that little bit. We're going to do the same here. Snap, okay. That should go right into that slot. There we go, snapped in. And I might have to check up what we're doing with these hands, but we're going to come back first. First, we're going to actually put his feet away. I believe we need to open this up, right? Wait, on the back, okay. Is that correct? There we go. Tuck his feet away. Bring that out. There we go. Same thing here, tuck it away, bring this piece out. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Still not sure what to do with these. But for now, we'll go ahead and do this part. And I believe there's also a nice little slotted bit right here, right? So this should, if we've done this correctly, kind of snap in there nicely. Same thing over here. Bring the leg up. Take that bit, snap it into place. I think these fold out. There we go. And, well, okay. You see, I feel like these are supposed to fit here. Okay. What about these, right? So according to this, there's supposed to be some snapping going on here. Oh, I see. So I think this is supposed to snap onto this. There we go. Okay, so now that's snapped in. Still a bit of space here, and I don't know why. But okay, let's look at what I'm supposed to be doing with the arms. These, oh, they just click into place. Is that focused? In the back there, like that. So, turn them, yeah, okay. Turn that way, and then that is supposed to click into place. There we go. So I think that's it. Now I am just an old man, so I still see a gap here, and maybe I'm sure I've done something wrong or it's not quite going into place, but regardless, that is the transformation. It also suggests, by the way, I think you can put these away and somehow you can store these back here some way or other. Like that, I don't know. We'll leave that there for now. But anyway, there we go. So, that was work. Not a lot, and obviously you get better at it over time. But again, look, to me, and this is 40 years old, but this still looks tighter, more solid. Everything seems to be in place. From a distance, that's a Sony Walkman, you know, you can clip. This guy still looks cool, and like I said, I'm glad they make them, but I don't know. Is the complexity worth it? And I still don't know what's going on here. Am I the only one that has this problem? That's okay if I am. But anyway, so there we go. That's the transformation. We've done it. We've compared them. I love them both. Don't think I'm hating too much on this guy. I'm really not. And like I say, there are a lot of modern Transformers, and someday my kids have so many of the new ones, the Michael Bay era Transformers, and some of them are kind of awesome, and they are super complex. And if you're a parent with kids, you know, who bring you quickly come up and say, hey, Dad, now I want this to be a car. And you're like, great, there's 40 minutes of my day to get this back into a car for you. You understand? But also, some of them look really cool for it. But is it really a benefit overall? Or, you know, do we prefer this? Anyway, that's the question. That's the transformation. This is now officially part 2 to my Soundwave update video. I hope you enjoyed it. And by the way, yes, this is Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw came with G1 Soundwave, but he will always be Laserbeak in my heart, and I will always call him Laserbeak because I didn't actually own a Laserbeak. So that's why I called him Laserbeak, and will continue to call him Laserbeak. I could call him Fred if I wanted. I'm just going to call him Laserbeak. So anyway, that's why I did that. But there you go. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful day.